Hey, it's Mickey with Motion Restoration. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to massage your child's feet, but with a more sports focused. So if your child is complaining of foot fatigue, just general aches and pains, this is something that will definitely help them out. So first thing you're gonna get is something with a good amount of glideability. So a lotion or coconut oil works fantastic. Get your child in a comfortable position and they're gonna be lying face up. Let's get started. So if it's within your scope of practice, you do want to make sure that you're getting into the calf muscles as well as the muscles that are on the shin bone. So those muscles all come down and they connect into our feet here. So those can also be a big cause of the fatigue that your children are feeling in their feet. But right now I really want to focus on what we can do for the feet. I do have another video that does show how to massage the calves and hamstrings as well as the quads and the front of the leg. So if you're interested in that, just check out those videos as well. So what we're going to be doing is you grab your lotion, warm it up. So when it comes to feet, make sure that you are using a nice firm pressure. You're not tickling the feet. So we are making sure that nice amount of pressure is being applied to the feet just so it's more comfortable for our children. So right now we're just moving the lotion in to the skin. And then you're going to start to feel areas that you're noticing have more tension than others. And for some kids, they're running and they're using more of the ball of their feet. So if they're using sports that tend to have a little bit more of a burst in them, they tend to have a lot more pressure that's going to be on the ball of the feet all the way across the toes. Also take a look at your kids' shoes, making sure that your feet aren't being compressed in the shoes. Some kids with gymnastics, again, they're using more of the ball of their feet and it's going to be stretching out that plantar fascia. So into the arch of the foot. Some kids get that heel pain in here. So we're going to address the whole foot. So we put in the lotion. Warming up the feet using a nice firm pressure. So I'm just pushing in with my thumb. When I get to the top, I'm just fanning my thumbs out. You might also notice your kids have some crunchiness in the feet as well. That's perfectly normal. All right. So first place that we're going to start with is going to be into the big toe here. So what I want you to do is along the sides of the toe, you can feel the bone that goes all the way up into the arch here. What I want you to do is you're going to go along that bone, but I actually want you to drop down and you're going to push into that muscle there. So this area causes a lot of fatigue into that first joint. So we're just tracing along the bone all the way into the arch of the foot and then back. So you're just going to push that muscle off that bone, just like so. We're going to go all the way up, beside the ball of the foot, up into the big toe. Take our time, nice and slow. So doing a few passes of that. So again, pushing that muscle off the bone all the way up into the big toe, like so. And then we're going to go underneath. So we're going to trace that underneath. So the ball of the foot, you can feel. We're just following that nice and slow. And then up. So you can feel in between the first and the second toe. And then I'm not pushing on the top of the foot. I'm just focusing on the bottom right now. And then up. So a few passes of that. Take your time with that. Just like so. And then we're going to go to where the second toe is. And then the third. So I'm just pressing in right where the pad of the foot is. Feeling the areas of tension, feeling the areas of discomfort for your child's foot, all the way out into the fifth toe here. So doing a few passes of that, nice and slow, digging in just with the pad of your thumb. And then we're going to go in between the first and second toe, and I'm going to go on the top and on the bottom. So I'm actually going to be doing a C shape and I'm pinching. So I'm pinching in as I'm pulling up. So I'm separating the first and second toe with my index finger and my thumb. And then I'm going to go in between the second and third, same thing. So I'm trying to kind of separate and get in between the two joints there. And then work my way between the third and fourth. So a good amount of pressure. Just check in with your child every so often to make sure the pressure is okay. If it becomes unbearable or too much, just back off a bit. So just like so. So we are separating into those toes. Then what I want you to do, push all 5 of the toes back, and you're going to go all along the base here of the toes. Everyone kind of forgets right at the base here. This is a good area to really get into. So I'm stretching the toes back. I'm not really reefing on, I'm not pulling too hard. Just a good amount of pressure, and we're just tracing along the base here of all 5 toes. Then what I want you to do is you're going to go in between the toes. You're actually going to use your index finger and you're going to press down to separate the joint. So I'm pressing down in between the first and second toe, and I'm just separating the joints from the top. And then go in between the second and third. It's also a good time to suggest that the kids should wash their feet before doing this. So in between the third and fourth, and in between the fourth and fifth. So what I'm doing is I'm pushing down, and then I'm just separating the toes lightly. All right, and then what we're going to do is we're actually going to go the other way. So we're going to be bringing the toes down and stretching them down. Oh, we got a couple of adjustments there. Just like so, and then back. So lots of movement in these joints. So next up, we're going to pull and twist each individual toe. Sometimes it's easier to do this after you've wiped some of the lotion off. So individual toes, just like so. Then we're going to grab from the bottom. So I'm going to grab the foot like so, and all I'm doing is pushing the foot in as I'm spreading the bottom. So we're going to be increasing the distance of the bottom of the foot here. So spreading the foot nice. And then we're going to go the opposite way. So then I'm going to be bringing the foot in and I'm going to be curving it in. Just like so. A couple passes of that, just give it a quick hold. Then we're going to go in between individually. So I'm grabbing onto the top and the bottom of the metatarsal here. So the bones in the foot, not the toes. So we're going to be grabbing between the first and second, and I'm just going to be wiggling those bones back and forth in between the second and third, just moving them up and down, third and fourth, up and down, fourth and fifth, up and down. So we got a nice, good amount of movement in the top part of that foot. Now we want to work our way down into the arch of the foot. So we started off on that, just on the medial aspect of the foot, inferior to the first metatarsal. So just underneath there, we worked our way into the arch of the foot. Now we're going to be working from the arch, and we're going to work our way up. So starting at the heel, there's a good chunk of muscle in here. So we really want to get into there. So we're going to take our thumb and we're just pushing our pad. We're going to work our way up the foot, all the way into that first toe. And just work your way across. So starting from the heel, pushing all the way up. Now it can get quite sensitive, especially near this part of the foot. So if it becomes sensitive, you can dig in a little more at the heel and then ease off as you go throughout the middle of the foot. Depends on what's most comfortable for your child. But we're working our way across, getting into that plantar fascia at the bottom of the foot. This can be the cause of a lot of fatigue in your child's feet. So work your way across all the way to the outside. Again, we're going all the way up into the pad of the foot, all the way onto the outside. Now, a lot of people kind of neglect the outside of the foot here. Most people kind of focus just on the arch. Don't forget to work on that outside of the foot. We're really going to go in a little bit deeper, all the way up. All right, and then we're gonna focus into where that plantar fascia kind of comes in, and a lot of kids notice the fatigue right at the top of that heel. So what we're gonna do is start on the outside, the inside, and we're just gonna go in with little circles all the way along the top of that heel. Just like so. And then work your way back, doing little circles along the heel. Just like so. All right, you also want to give some love into the bottom of the heel. So your Achilles tendon actually inserts into the bottom here, your calcaneus. So kind of dig into that bottom of the heel there, friction back and forth. Working our way up into the middle of our heel. Just like so. And then it's always good to give a little squeeze in between here. So I always like to squeeze that calcaneus from both sides. And if it's too much for your thumbs, you can also use the base of your thumbs and just squeeze that together. Just like so. So I'm squeezing from the inside and the outside. All right, another good thing to get into the children's feet is going to be torsion. So torsion is where we twist the feet. So think of it as a ringing. So I'm going back and forth with the top and the bottom hand, and I'm just twisting the feet just to get some good movement in there, lots of blood flow. So again, good movement, testing throughout the joints. Same thing with the heel. Moving the heel back and forth, up and down. And then after we are done our massage, we flush everything up towards the heart. So that was just a very quick video to show you how to do a massage for your child's feet in regards to sports massage. Now think about the areas that your child is complaining of or has pointed to that might be uncomfortable for them. Those are going to be the areas that you focus on the most, but also you have to look at the foot as a whole. Every structure is in relation to something else. So you can always follow along with the video, or you can watch it, press pause, and you can do the techniques that you're noticing in it. It was always good to combine it with other videos that I have done in the past, such as ones for the calves as well as for the shins. So follow those along. Hopefully this helps out for your child as well. I know sports season is upon us, but you can use this all year round. If there's anything that you'd like to see in the future, please feel free to leave it down in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.